Well, welcome back everybody. As you can see, I've rented a bike for the day and we're in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea eating a chicken wrap, which is incredible. I've really needed this because I haven't eaten literally since last night and it's already 1 PM. So we're in the country of Malta, but before I tell you more and show you more, let me just eat this. That was exactly what was needed. But before getting lethargic like the Spaniards do after lunch, let's get back on the trail. The plan is to go from one side of this island to the other just on this bike and then return on the coastline so that we're seeing practically everything. Vamos. Well, although being in the city centre is not my aim for today, I wanted to just show you a little bit of it because it is very beautiful. The stone, and then on many corners you're going to see this built in to the side of the buildings. Well, like many European cities, when you're in the city centre it's so easy to get lost, and that's exactly what's happened. But if you look down that street there, you can see a cathedral on the hill and a beautiful street. Now I think if I go down there, more or less that's going to take me to the coast or the other side of the island, so let's have a bit of that. Oh, where are my pedals? Okay. Wow, downhill, thank God for that. Oh, and now when you're in Malta as well, you're going to see so much cacti, as you can see there. And then on the side of the roads, the walls are literally built up of these stones, kind of like in England if you go to a national park, but it's very, very beautiful. And there you've got a mini Ayers Rock, Malta's version of Ayers Rock. We've got the cacti, we've got the palm trees, we've got black clouds in front of us, and behind us we've got blue skies. So in November, as you can see, I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts. It's still just over 20 degrees and it's perfect. Really nice little breeze. Look at the formation of this rock. Nice. So Malta is already a popular destination for British tourists, but if you don't know much about it, as I mentioned, it's in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, just south of Sicily. Population's about just under 500,000, and the official languages are Maltese and English. Although I think a fair proportion of the population do speak Italian. So as you can see over there on the hill, that's the main city on the island of Gozo, where we've just come from. So we're on that road that you saw a minute ago. So Malta was once ruled by many different countries: England, France, Italy, and even the Turks tried to invade it once. And it eventually gained its independence from Britain in 1964. And here we are. So we can just see the Mediterranean Sea in the distance there. And I don't know if there's some resorts as well, but I'm going to take this road here, just off the main path, and see what we can find. Wow, that is nice. That is unique. I don't know if the camera does it any justice, but just have a look at that. Is that the path we're going to go up, all the way up there? Oh, let's hope so. But for now I need two hands. Whoa. One more important thing I need to say about Malta, and then I'll shut up. The sockets here are like the sockets in the UK, and that surprised me last night. It was 5 AM and I was charging my phone with the adapter, and it just confused me, you know, because when you go to Europe you're used to having the European sockets. But that is clearly one of the influences Great Britain had on Malta. And they drive on the left side of the road, which makes it easier for British people if you want to come to Malta and drive. Or ride your bike in my case, because you're too poor. Oh, oh. Well, we're really going off the cuff a little bit here. I think that's someone's house, or at least garage. But it's interesting to go off the tourist path a little bit and see what you can find. But I'm worried that this is a private road or something, but there are some farmers here. It was always going to happen. After going all the way down this path, farm, no entry, you don't even know. Oh, you don't even know. It's all uphill as well. So guys, I came from that path down there. There's a turn there. There's the path I went down, or there's the path up there. I'm going to choose this path up here because I saw a car. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. But it's a mission now, like it always is. It's a mission to get to that sea and to get a drink. I'm feeling good about this. I can see the sea, and when the road is like that, it just makes you think it's just going to keep going down and down, and there's not going to be a dead end. So we've got high hopes. Looking good, lads. Yes, to the sea we come. So on this island, when you just stop, and look on this island, you're going to see hills just popping up from the ground, like that one, which looks very interesting because there's a statue on the top. There's another one just there. So I think we're going to change the plan and go to that statue there, and then we can go to the sea. Buongiorno. Hello. Sai come posso andare lì, statue? How can I go to that statue?
Yeah, from this way.
Ah, that way. Okay.
Oh, the other way as well. But
This way best.
this way, that way. I don't know. There is wedding reception
Ah, there's a running.
building, so around there.
Okay.
This is the footpath.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. So I wanted to test that. If there was any Italian spoken there. Incorrect. Or maybe my Italian was just really bad. Maybe it was awful. Okay, so this is the best way. There's a wedding reception in that building probably, and then we'll be up to that statue. Well, this is the closest I've got to the statue, and there are no paths going up to the top. So we're not going to be able to go up to the top of the statue. The sea is in that direction, and I've just found out I'm actually on the north of the island. So there's no point going that way because that will take me back into the centre, and going to the beach is on my mind and having a drink, so let's get back on it. So here you can see a small building which was probably going to be some sort of holiday home, but they haven't finished it. Maybe that was because of the coronavirus when everything suddenly stopped. But as you can see, we're next to the sea now, and although Malta is really built up, it's also really quiet. It's a great place to come in November or even December because it's still mild, let's say. It's not hot, but it's mild. Lots nicer than England anyway. But it's very, very quiet, very quiet. So we've made it. You'll find that lots of Malta's coastline is like this, kind of rocky. There are a few beaches, but I don't think there's loads, let's say. Let's have a feel how hot the water is. Yeah, as you would expect, basically. Another building that is unfinished, another one there. So maybe this part of the island is not touristic. Maybe they were trying to encourage it a little bit, but it hasn't gone to plan so far. When we're talking about the buildings, at least. Everything is shut. Is everything shut on a Tuesday? Now this is something... What the hell? I'm sorry, but half of this place is abandoned. This is something that could be quite interesting. So let's leave the bike there for a minute. First, let's check out this abandoned building. I did just see on Google that it could have been some sort of fort, you know, next to the sea to see if there's any attacking ships or anything like that. But as you can see, wow, that smells. I'm sorry, but this is just a mystery. So somebody came here, parked the car, walked into this area and then just left. I have no idea what for. That sign's in Maltese, so I have no idea what that is. That sign's in Maltese as well. It does look like some sort of military building, basically. It's completely abandoned. Anything? Okay, let's try. Ooh, that's a little bit freaky. Oh, that is a bit freaky. There's no one in here. Wow. I think some people must come here to party or something like that. Bit dirty, I mean, come on. Wow, okay, alright, alright. And then, wow. This is obviously the lookout point, where they would see if there's any attacking naval ships or anything like that. Pretty decent one. It's got a good view. We've got toilet there, probably not still in use. Yes. Basically just completely ruined. Wow. Just from that you can see the force of the ocean. Should we be adventurous and go over there? Okay, go on then. Here we are on the edge. Woo! Wow, look at that, how it curves round the rock. So that's completely natural formation, you can see, because this sea hits the rock and it curves round every single time. On a clear day, I bet you could see Sicily from here. Unfortunately not today. So as you can see here, we have a natural coastal formation, I believe. I'm no scientist, but I think this is natural, and each square or rectangle is basically a square or rectangle of salt. And there's some very cute shops selling this salt. But what am I going to do with salt? Wow, so here we have the building. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Wow. Oh. Salt.
Yes, yes.
Wow, okay. Oh, yours? Your salt?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, that's good. Lots of salt, wow. Wow, okay, is this your shop?
My shop.
Your shop, okay, perfect. And what can you use the salt for?
To eat.
Eat salt?
To cook.
Ah, yeah, of course.
And
you can
to
eat.
eat.
Okay.
You make bread, you make oil, you make tomatoes, you will do some fresh salt and you eat.
Wow, okay.
It's natural salt.
Natural, yeah. And how much is the water?
Come on,
€1. Okay, perfect. Okay.
Thank
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye bye.
you. Bye. Hey, bye.
Bye bye.
Enjoy your holiday.
Thank you. Let's drink to another couple of months on the road, thanks to my students. Who take lessons with me, and that is how it's possible. Well, it was quite ambitious going from one side of the island to another just by bike, and now I'm suffering basically. Every pedal that I do is making my legs cramp up like crazy. I literally can't even bend them now, can't even pedal. Oh, maybe I should have bought some of that salt to get rid of the cramp. Does that work? I don't know.